Well. You know what, guys? Like, the first thing that I saw today when I opened up my phone and everything, I saw this review by Skill Up on his game. And I was like, oh no, no way, please. Please don't let this be another The Last of Us PC port. And I saw the Steam reviews, and I'm like, okay, come on, you gotta be shitting me. I had to test this out, and I bought the game, and here I am inside the game, and we're about to test it out. So right now I have everything cranked out on 1440p, so you can see right here, 2516 to 1440, and then everything is epic, and ray tracing is turned on. I know I'm just going a little bit overboard with this card right now, but you know, I gotta test things out and see if it's as bad as people saying it to be. You know, Steam reviews never lie. So let's see it for ourselves. And it's on AMD FSR 2 quality settings right now. We'll test out default while we're playing the game. So let's just start the game and see. And please, God, please, don't let this be another The Last of Us port. We'll start counting the FPS once we are in the game. Let's just start counting the FPS. So we're getting around like 50 FPS. Everything maxed out. And this is fairly less graphic intensive scene. And the frame time graph, that doesn't look so good at the moment. Oh my god, it's kind of scaring me because this is a cutscene. If a cutscene is like this, I don't know how it's gonna be in the game. A lot of dips here and there. Not a good sign so far. Okay, looks good there. Getting around 90 FPS. Back to 50s. And this is on FSR 2.0 quality. It's not default. It looks pretty good. I mean, the visuals, not the frame time graph. It looks absolutely horrible at the moment. You are seeing below 40s right there. I think we are in the game, finally, getting around 46 FPS. Okay, I'm using the controller. Oh, so this guy just doesn't let us stand here and inspect the area? That kind of sucks. Let's see. Let me just turn the camera around, see if it stutters like Last of Us. Oh my god, that was a big dip right there. 44 FPS. This seems to be a pretty intensive area, so 45, 43 FPS is not terrible. Let's see how it is without. FSR. Ooh, that's rough. That is really rough. We're getting below 30 FPS. And the time and the frame time graph is just horrible. It's not as bad as The Last of Us stuttering though. Moving the camera around is still kind of smooth. But yeah, I wouldn't be playing the game like this. It's just 30 FPS cinematic. It's not bad, but this is not the way to go. And I can say this is not as bad as The Last of Us port. Definitely, like this is much better than that so far. This area is pretty intensive with a lot of stuff going on, and it's getting like 30 FPS. Okay, let's just try using FSR and balanced now. Are we getting any difference or it's the same? Did it even apply settings? Doesn't seem like it. It did. Okay. Yeah, okay, now it's applied. Getting 45, 44 FPS, and the game still looks pretty good. Damn, take it easy, dude. Okay, there was a big dip there. I think it's like loading a new area or something, so it's alright. Getting 40 FPS here. The GPU usage is kind of getting low. And the CPU usage is looking a little too high. Okay. You're able to finally move around. We're getting like 30 FPS on balanced settings. Let's do some combat and see how it is. Okay, let's see how it's gonna be in like without DLSS. It's gonna be rough, but let's see. Ooh, that is really rough. Not even getting 20 FPS. Nah. Oh, getting 23 FPS. Come on, guys. Catch me if you can. 26. Actually, it's kind of the same FPS. It's not improving anything. Like, $20 FPS on without any upscaling. I'm surprised there's no DLSS option in this game. There's only FSR. But so far it's been pretty good. I mean, it's not good, but it's playable. And it's much better than Last of Us. Let's try high settings now. Oh, we didn't check out the game without ray tracing. This is with ray tracing on. Let's try turning it off and see how it is. So it's epic settings without ray tracing. And now we are getting around 30 FPS on epic settings. Why is his arms like that, wiggling like that? That's so weird. 30 FPS without ray tracing on epic settings. I don't know. Okay, let me just try turning it on again and see how better it looks with the ray tracing. And let me know in the comments, like, if you guys want me to make a video of a ray tracing on and off comparison. That's gonna be great. Yeah, that made a lot of difference. I can see. I can say the movement, the running animation and everything in this game is way better than the previous one. So this is with the ray tracing on. Let's see again without ray tracing and see how it is. And let's try without, let's try on high settings. So this is high settings, no ray tracing. See if it's enough to get us to a good solid 50 to 60 FPS. I don't think so. But it's way smoother now. I like the gameplay so far. It's just that the performance is not that great. Or maybe I'm lucky, like I'm not having like a lot of issues with the game, like a lot of other people are saying it to be. But let's just keep playing. Okay, let's just try it with ray tracing now on high settings. And we're getting 30 FPS. And this is default settings, guys. This is not even using any FSR. Getting around 30 FPS. I don't know if it's just a VRAM limitation or anything because the game doesn't say how much video memory it's using for all of these settings. Like you can see it in Last of Us, but I guess it's a VRAM issue because most of these new games require a lot of VRAM. Let's try with FSR now. Let's go FSR quality. Let's give like a few seconds to apply the changes. Getting like 30 FPS. Did it change anything? I don't think it did. Or is it still applying the changes? I can't tell. It looks the same to me. Yeah, it looks pretty same to me. It didn't change anything, it's still below 30 FPS. Let's try balanced. Did that change anything? Nope. Okay, that's weird. Still not getting more than 30 FPS. Why is that? You should be getting more FPS when you turn on FSR and stuff. Because you were getting the same FPS without any FSR. This is so weird. Let me try. You try medium settings, I guess. And no FSR. No change? Really? Still getting 28, 30 FPS. There's no change, literally. It's the same thing. I really like the movement though. Yeah, but it didn't change anything. It's the same. Is it because of ray tracing? I believe it's because of the ray tracing. But still though, when you're using some settings, it should give you better performance. Let me turn it off and see how it is. Okay, now we're getting 40 FPS. On medium settings. Is it gonna be the same on high as well? It's the same? Hello? Maybe we just lost like a few FPS, but what? It's the same performance. Are you kidding me? Okay, I see why there's a lot of complaints about this game. Because apparently, no matter what settings are you on, it just doesn't make a change. Why not test it out on Epic and see if that makes any change? .32 FPS, just I think we lost about like 2 or 3 FPS. So it's pretty much the same. And DLSS FSR quality. FSR quality did not make any difference. Oh, wait, it did. It's giving me like 30 FPS now. 36 FPS. Okay, that's good. but still not a solid 60. I mean, let's go back to high then. We're getting around the same FPS. And the CPU and the GPU usage is like 65. Yeah, it is poorly optimized. I can see why. The GPU is not completely utilized. It's at 63%. And the CPU is also at like what, 55. Let's try low and see if that makes any difference at all. And without any FSR. So this is low settings, way better than what low settings in The Last of Us looks, that's for sure. But we are still getting around the same FPS. 38, 39, 40. Really? Come on low settings we should be getting at least 60 FPS. If we were able to get like 40 FPS on ultra settings, if it was really well optimized, we should be getting 60. Okay, let me go back and turn on ray tracing. Game looks like extremely blurry on low settings. Now we are getting below 30 FPS. And there's a lot of halo effect going on. This is not even with FSR. We're getting like 30 FPS. Did that make any difference? But we lost about like 2 FPS from low to ultra with ray tracing on. Yeah, I can see why it's gonna be a huge problem for like low-end PCs to mid-range PCs. Like, it doesn't make any difference. It's just the same. But I saw some comments and stuff saying like it gets better after the first stage or something. So let's just keep on playing and see how it is. Turn on FSR and keep playing like that till we make it to the next area. Forgot you could deflect bullets. Shoot me! Yeah, there you go. We're still getting around the same performance here. Ooh! This is getting more interesting now. Oh, you can use it like a boomerang? That's cool. We're still getting like 30 FPS, so combat doesn't affect the performance at all. 24 FPS in this area. Now let's do the benchmark again. And we are getting 30 FPS on Epic with ray tracing on and no FSR. So let's just continue playing like this for a while and then we can just play around with the settings again.
Bravo would have liked this.
Oh, we're getting like below 20 FPS.
Long way to go.
That's even way worse than what we were getting back in the other area. That is not looking good at all. Getting 27 FPS now, okay. Not bad. Alright, let's just try without ray tracing. And we're getting almost 40 FPS. That's pretty good. Just try out different settings here before we move forward from this area. High settings. See if that makes any difference. Nope, it's the same. Or maybe not. We're getting 50 FPS now on high settings. That's good. 50 FPS on high settings without DLSS or FSR. That's not bad. Medium. On medium settings, we are getting around 78 to 80 FPS. That is pretty good. So if you guys want like a 60 FPS experience, I think it's better to play it on medium settings. Or you could be able to play it on medium or 60 FPS. If we go back to high and have it on FSR, I guess. Yes, we are able to achieve 60 FPS. Okay, that's pretty good. Without ray tracing, you can actually get 60 FPS on high settings.
Lugerhulk. What's an old separatist battleship doing here?
That is pretty good. There was a small dip there, but nothing too serious.
So Greece has the parts we need.
Drops from 60 here, but you know, it's still around like mid 50s, so it's pretty much playable and smooth. Okay, this is what I like to see. Okay, let me see how much FPS we're gonna be getting if I turn on ray tracing. We're getting 40 FPS, so we lost about 10 to 15 FPS with ray tracing on high settings. Still playable though, it's like quite smooth. And let me see how it is on medium settings with ray tracing on. Are we going to be able to get 60? Okay, so when you turn on ray tracing, there is 0 to any improvement, even if you turn on FSR. But if you turn it off, then you get like 60 FPS. Let me see if there's like any ways to get 60 FPS with ray tracing on. Let me go low and see. It's about the same, it just doesn't go above 45 if you turn on ray tracing. That is quite strange. You're getting like almost 50 there, but this is on low settings. That's quite strange indeed. If you turn it off, you probably will get more than 70 to 80. No. 58, 59. Getting 60 FPS there. I mean, the game doesn't look bad though on low settings. It looks pretty good. Definitely looks way better than that shitty Last of Us part. That is for sure. If you're playing on like an RTX 20 series card, I think it's better for you to just play it on, I say, high settings with DLSS, or I mean FSR on. You should be able to get quite decent FPS. So for me, I think this is the best way to go. No ray tracing and have FSR on quality and high settings. You should be able to get decent FPS. If you really want that 60 FPS experience, I think you should dump it down to medium or low with FSR. That is the only way to go about it. But for me, this is more than enough. I'll gladly play the game like this, and it's pretty smooth. No stuttering issues. Even though the frame time graph is kind of all over the place, the game is really playable. So if you go back to Ultra, I mean Epic, you're still able to play the game like decently. You're still getting like 40 to 50 FPS. That is pretty good. And this is on Epic settings on 1440p. I'll be doing a benchmark on 1080p later on, but for this video, this will be just a 1080p, I mean 1440p gameplay. I can absolutely enjoy myself playing the game like this. It's a little bit tough. What the hell is that? This game is absolutely beautiful though. I gotta say that. Look at that.
Just look at that thing.
Let's try going back to turning on ray tracing. So yeah, you guys definitely need to turn on FSR and play it on high or epic settings. It doesn't matter, but without ray tracing. To have the best performance out of this game on a 20 series graphics card. Like they said, like the game is performing way better in the open world area. We're getting way more FPS. See, we have like ray tracing turned down right now, and getting like 40 FPS. So it's pretty damn good. And I'm really enjoying the gameplay of this game. It's pretty smooth.
God, how much they talk.
So yeah, like I said, like you guys can absolutely play this game on high or epic settings and have a pretty decent experience. Much better than Last of Us for sure. There's no debate. This is a much better port than The Last of Us. And yes, that'll be it for this video. I will be recording another benchmark for 1080p. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. And subscribe for more benchmark and update videos. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.